our previous session we have completed unit number 3, that is developing an SEO friendly website. In our today's session we are going to start with the unit number 4, that is keyword research and optimizing for vertical search. So this particular unit is again divided into two portions. One is called keyword research and other is called optimizing for vertical search. So let us begin with our today's session, which is based on the keyword research and optimization for the vertical search. In keyword research we are going to cover this much topics: the theory behind keyword research, next is traditional approaches, domain expertise, site content analysis, keyword research tools, and determining keyword value, potential return on investment, leveraging the long tail query of keyword demand, trending, seasonality, and seasonal fluctuations in keyword demand. So this topic contains keyword research analysis. Now what is the theory behind keyword research? That is our first topic. So the keyword research is nothing but you need to think the way user is going to think. And what is the requirement to perform keyword research? Because using analysis on the keyword you are able to understand the requirement of user, or we can say through which kind of query people is going to visit your website. So if you know that using this particular keyword people is going to visit your website, at that time you need to use that kind of keyword inside your URL or inside your title tag or inside your description box. So whenever crawler is going to search for a particular keyword, at that time naturally crawler will fetch your website. So let me read out the points and then we are going to discuss the remaining points. The keyword research is one of the most important and valuable and high return activity in search engine marketing field. As I have told you that using keyword research, that is the most important task or valuable task, or which will provide you the highest return in the field of search engine marketing. Now using keyword research, it enables you to predict changes in the demand. How changes may be possible in the demand? See, suppose your website is based on the particular business and that is based on the particular season, right? Suppose your website is related with the selling of fruits, or we can say selling of seasonal fruits. So in the summer only mango is there, right? So that is called seasonal business. Or we can say when there is if your website is related with the gift articles, at that time generally the occasion wise some friendship day is there, or Valentine day is there, or some special day is there. On that particular day the particular keyword is there in the demand, right? Or say for example before 3 to 4 months, right? There is a search for a particular term like the death news of Sushant Singh Rajput. So that is a particular search term. On that particular time duration, if your website is related with that particular keyword, at that time you will definitely receive a traffic. But after that, after completion of 3 to 4 months, now what happens? Now you are not going to have that much traffic on the death news of Sushant Singh Rajput. Say for example nowadays people is going to search for the corona news, right? So it is the change trend on the keyword research. So for such purpose you need to perform the research on the keyword, and it may be possible that there is a changes in the demand of the person, right? So keyword may be changed during based on the condition of your market. So keyword research enables you to predict changes in the demand, respond to changing market condition, and ensure that you are producing the product or services and content that web searchers are already actively looking for. That means if your website is related with the particular business or product or services, and you know that web searcher is always going to search for your product, whatever you are going to deliver, right? So if people is going to search for a particular product, at that time you need to understand the changes, or you need to understand the demand of user. Every search phrase that's typed into the search engine that is recorded, and keyword research tool allows you to retrieve this information. Remember one thing, that when you are typing for particular search term, right, at that time it is recorded by the search engine. See, I am giving you one example. Suppose you have typed for a woman clothes, sell on woman clothes, or discount on the Merrell shoes. This example we have already taken, right? So whenever you are going to perform any search on the search engine, at that time you can observe that whatever the search term you have fired in the previous session, right, the related searches would be there afterwards, or it will give you the suggestions frequently, right, that there is a discount on this particular website which is related with the woman clothes or woman garments. Why? Because your search is recorded by the search engine. So keyword research tool allows you to retrieve this type of information. So in future, when there is a requirement to retrieve that whatever the search has been performed by the user, right, and you want to retrieve that kind of information, such thing can be possible with the keyword research tool. However, those tools cannot show you directly how valuable and important it might be to rank for and receive traffic from those searches. See, this tool gives you the information regarding the keyword research, or whatever the type has been performed on the search engine. That information you will get, but how much benefit you will get using those keywords, that is not given by the search engine. Let me repeat this point once again, last 2 points. See, every phrase or search, whatever you type in the search engine, that is recorded by the search engine, and in future when you are having a requirement to retrieve that kind of information, at that time that is possible using search engine or keyword research tool. But remember one thing, that keyword research tool will give you the list of keywords which is recorded by the search engine. It will not give you the valuable information that using this particular keyword you will get, or you will receive this type of traffic, right? That information search engine will not give. It will definitely give a list of keywords which you can use for a website. Now, to understand the value of keyword, you need to research further, make some hypothesis, make some test or iteration, the classic web marketing formula. So see, if you want to perform valuable keyword research, or if you want to find the value of each keyword, at that time you need to apply hypothesis testing, you need to apply certain types of testing, or you need to apply certain iterations to understand the value of keyword. Let me repeat this slide once again. In the first point, it says that keyword research is the most important and valuable source of information in the field of search engine marketing field. Next is called based on the demand you need to produce, you need to use certain kinds of keywords in the website. If your website is related with the particular product or services, at that time you need to understand the requirement of web server, a web searcher who is already looking for the product you offer. Next is called whatever the content you have typed into the search box, that is recorded by the search engine, and in future when you want to retrieve this information, at that time using keyword research tool you will get this type of information. Next is called, using this tool you will definitely get a list of keywords, but you will not get the value of that particular keyword. So if you want to find the value of each keyword, at that time you need to apply some test, you need to apply hypothesis, or some iterations can be used to find the value of keyword. Next is called thinking strategy. You just need to think about your potential customers for which you have developed your website. So keyword research tool provides you a valuable insights into the thinking of your potential customers. Now when user are going to the search engine and type their search queries, they may use language that is entirely different from your expectations. See, generally we people think that using this particular search term, people is going to search for a product regarding our website. But when user is going to type some language, or when user is going to use some language in the search box, that is entirely different. So what you need to do, you need to think from the user's point of view, that using this particular language people is going to search for a product regarding your business. On the other hand, you just need to consider several factors, like your website is developed for the targeting male or female, that is for the particular gender targetation is there, or if your website is related with the particular age, or it is developed for a particular income. Say for example, if your website is related with the particular product which contains a brand name, right? So if your product belongs to a particular brand, at that time naturally normal people cannot afford those kind of products. So you need to target certain people for which you have developed your website. The targetation or categories may be based on the gender, categories may be based on the age group. See, if your website offers some rhyming facility, right? So that rhymes naturally, that is based on the children category. So based on the age criteria, based on the income criteria, you can apply changes in the website. Even you can use categories like location, right? Because see, whatever the product you offer on the particular country may not be offered the same product on the other country. So based on that particular amount of location or period of time, this all are the categories which you can use. So other aspect includes the demographics of your target population based on the male and female ratio, age wise or income wise, where they live and the time of year. So over here, as I have told you in the very beginning, that demand for seasonal products such as Valentine Day cards, for example, peaks sharply at a relevant time of year and then declines repeatedly. That means that particular time duration contains a lot traffic in the website, but after that there is no requirement to purchase certain kinds of cards on a routine day, right? So in a year there is only 1 month on which this type of cards would be selling. So that is called demand for the seasonal product. So if your business is related with the particular seasonal product, at that time this point also you need to keep in the mind, right, that when there is a demand you need to serve based on the demand. The keyword research tool represented in this chapter will provide you with the methods to investigate all these factors. So see, this is the use of this unit only, that we are going to search for a particular keyword in the in this unit. Next is called understanding the long tail of keyword demand curve. As we have talked in our previous video also, that sometimes when you search for a particular query in the search box, at that time initially you have started with the short tail query, but you will not get that much output, or your the output will not be as per the requirement. So in that case what you are going to do, you are going to add some other more specific words. So we are going to understand that when you are going to perform keyword research, at that time long tail query is also there. Let me read out the points. It is wonderful to deal with the keywords that have 5,000 searches per day or even 500 searches per day, but this popular search term may include less than 30% of overall searches performed on the web. The remaining 70% lie in what's the commonly called long tail query in the figure. So we will understand the how the long tail query executes. I will show you the figure regarding that, but before that let us complete the last point. The tail contains hundreds of millions of unique searches that might be conducted only a few times in the given day, or even only once ever, but when evaluated in combine, they include most of the world demand for information through search engine. See what this last point tells, that when you form a very short query, at that time it is considered as a unique search, right? But when you are going to add some search term and you are making long tail query, at that time it fulfilled world's demand. Say for example, we have taken the example like um, uh, uh, clothes for women, right? And I am going to make it as a long tail, discount on woman clothes, right? So when I am going to add or combine some search term, at that time it fulfill world's demand. Let me show this by the search term. Initially, whatever the search term would be, people is going to fire the search term like stock quotes, then NFL, then laptop reviews, right? So this is a short query through which people is going to search. But after that particular search, the people is not able to understand the result properly, because there are millions of websites which found for a particular search term. So now what happens, now you are going to fire long tail query, you are going to combine the keyword. Say for example, instead of searching for a stock quotes, you are going to search like draft picks for Seattle Seahawks, or chart of Algerian market in 1994, or Dell M battery life estimates. So in this way long tail query has been formed. So per day there are thousands of query which has been fired, but when you are going to perform it through the long tail query, it will become a very demand in the curve. So this is called search engine keyword demand. Initially people is going to fire through the popular query, and that query is considered as a short tail query. But when people is going to fire long tail query, at that time they will definitely get the satisfaction regarding the results. So this is the point regarding the theory behind keyword research. We need to perform keyword research to create a traffic on the website. We need to apply hypothesis or different types of iterations or testing when you are working with a keyword research tool. Now, when you are working with a keyword, at that time thinking strategy you can apply. The thinking strategy is nothing but you are going to make a category of your population based on the gender, based on the age group, based on the income of your family, based on the locations. You will get the traffic on the website. Even if your business is related with the seasonal product, at that time definitely for some duration of time in the year your business is on the high. Similarly, you are not having that much traffic on the website for a particular amount of time, so it may be possible. So next we have talked about the understanding the long tail query of the demand curve. So basically every day there are 5,000 searches or 500 searches performed on a particular popular search term, but in the 70% of query it lie or depends on the long tail query. Initially people is going to search through a very short keywords, but after that when you are going to combine certain keywords which fulfill world's demand, and we have seen the image over here regarding the short tail query. You just need to draw x-axis and y-axis. In the x-axis you need to represent thousands of query which has been performed on a day, but you just have only a 30% of graph which contains popular queries or short terms. Remaining 70% contains the formation of long tail query and which fulfills the user requirement. Next topic is known as traditional approaches, domain expertise and site content analysis. See, traditional approaches include you need to use a particular expertise using domain expert, as well as you can analyze the site content, whether whatever the content you have placed within the site that is proper or not. That analysis can be performed in the keyword research using traditional approach. So start by generating a list of terms or phrases that are relevant to your business or industry and relate to your website or business you offers. So whatever the product you are going to offer, you just need to make a list of search terms or phrases through which people is going to visit your website. So make a list of popular search term or phrases. The suggesting phrases should ideally result in a list of several dozen to the several hundreds or more keywords, keyword searches that will bring relevant visitors to your website. So when the searches has been performed and when you found a particular keyword, at that time initially there are only a dozen of keyword which you found in as a result, but after that when you are going to make analysis on the keyword, at that time there are hundreds or thousands of keyword which you find through which relevant visitors may come to visit your website. Now one easy way to begin this process is gather your team in a conference room and then follow these steps. So when as a business owner, what you need to do, you need to gather your team members right in the conference room and you need to follow the step. First of all, you tell them that produce a list of keyword from 1 to 3 word key phrases that it describes your product or services. Say for example our product is related with the clothes, so initially what they need to do or what your team member need to do, they need to prepare one list which contains 1 to 3 words That means combination of 1 to 3 words. Say for example, clothes is a single word, man is a single word, woman is a single word, right? After that, what is the two word? Woman clothes, then clothes for woman, discount for a woman clothes, right? So in this way you are able to make a list of 1 to 3 keywords in the related with the product you offer. Then spend some time coming up with the synonyms that that your potential customers might use for the product or services. Use a treasurers to help you this with this process. That means if your business is related with particular product, right, at that time you need to find the synonyms regarding the product, and for that you can use different kinds of dictionaries, directories or treasurers to get a help regarding this process. We have taken the example of synonym in the website of dog, right? If your website is related with a particular pets, at that time suppose you can find you can use synonyms like dog, that means man's best friend, right? So the or leg animal or canine, these all are the synonyms which can be used instead of dog, right? So if your website is related with such kind of terms, at that time you can use or you can take a help of synonyms. So tell your team to find out certain types of synonyms through which you can cover potential customers regarding the business. Next is classify all the areas. You can also look at the website that are leaders in the industry and study their site hierarchy to start your thinking about classification. See, when you are going to make a category of people or category of items, at that time you need to cover all the areas regarding your business, right? So when you are going to prepare the hierarchy regarding the website, at that time what you need to do, you need to observe the leaders in the industry, right? Whatever the website which is related with the woman clothes or woman accessories, so what I need to do, I need to understand the classification of their website. So when I am going to observe their website, at that time naturally I can implement it into the website of mine. Next is called increase your list by thinking of higher level terms of which your product or services are a subset. So you need to increase your list. You need to apply a higher level of thinking that user may think. See, in our previous topic only we have seen that user will type that query which will not be in our mind, right? So on the basis of the thinking level of user, you need to apply higher level of terms through which people is going to purchase your product. Next is called list all brand terms, list all product. If your site has a massive number of product, consider stepping back a level or two and listing the categories and subcategories. Next step is what? You just need to list out the name of your brand related with the product, as well as you need to make a list of product. If your site contains a massive number of product, that means if you are going to offer a product in a bulk, right, at that time what you need to do, you need to divide it into the category or subcategory or product. Next is called have your team imagine they are a potential customer and ask them what they would type into the search engine if they were looking for a something like your product or services. Now what you need to do, you need to tell your team that you need to imagine as a potential customer regarding your business, regarding your product or regarding your services, and you need to ask them that if you are a customer of our website, at that time what are the search term you are going to type in the search box. So that imagination team member needs to perform. Next is called use a web analytics tool to see what search term people are already using to come to your website. See, web analytics tool we will definitely see in the practical session, right? practical we are going to complete in 1 or 2 hours only, because we are having very less practicals which are based on the SEO. So don't worry regarding that, we will see it at the end of the semester, right, or in the end of the this particular month or beginning of the next month. So after Diwali vacation we are going to perform the practicals based on the SEO, right. So at that time we will definitely see web analytics tool. A web analytics tool gives you the facility that using what kind of search term people is going to visit your websites, right. So that search term you can use in the keyword research tool. So these are the 7 steps which you need to follow, which your team need to follow when they are imagining as a potential customer regarding your business. I would like to recall these points once again. We have started with the list of, we have gathered our team members in a conference room and tell them to apply a list of keywords which contains 1, 2, 3 words of phrases. Next is called, you need to find the synonym regarding your business or product or services you offer. Similarly, you can use the treasures, or we can say you can use dictionary or directory to find out such kind of synonyms. Next is called classification. You can refer others website or site of your competitors through which you can get the information regarding the how they can be used hierarchical structure regarding the website. Next is called list. Increase your list by thinking a higher level search term. You need to find out the subset of your services. Next is called you need to list out the brand terms as well as products. If your website offers a massive number of product, at that time you need to make a list of categories or subcategories. Even in certain case subcategory is also present, so you need to make a list of that. At last, you need, your team members need to imagine from the potential customer point of view, and you need to tell them that you just need to think as a potential customer regarding our business, and you need to type in the search box for a particular product. And at last, you can use any web analytics tools through which you can came to know that using which type of search term people is going to visit your website. Next is called include competitive analysis. For that, you need to make a review of your competitor's website. You need to see that what are the key phrases they used for their product and services that compete with yours. So when you are going to include competitive analysis, at that time you need to review your competitors website. You need to understand the keywords or key phrases for their products and services for which you are going to compete. Next is called record what no branded terms they use for their business. See, your competitor may belong from a particular brand, or non-branded competitor may be there. So there are several terms which does not contain some particular brand. So you need to make a record of such kind of thing which does not contain any branded terms. Next is called read any articles they have written that are published on the site or other than their own. That means if their website contains any articles which they have written, right, so you need to read out that article, you need to focus on that article, and based on that you will get some based on that you will definitely get some hints or points regarding the keywords. Next is called observe what the media may have had to say about them. So about your competitors, you need to also observe that whatever the media is writing or whatever the media is saying, so you also need to focus on your competitors. So these four are the points which are related with your competitors. I would like to repeat it once again. First of all, when you are going to perform the competitive analysis, at that time you need to observe the website of your competitors, and you need to understand the keywords and phrases regarding your competitors website, for what for what product they are offering, and compete with your website. Next is called, you need to focus on the non-branded keyword terms for your business. Next is called, you need to read out the articles which are published within their website or within the others website, and you also need to observe the media, that what say about your what they say about the competitors. So these all are the points which are related with the competitive analysis. Once you have completed these steps, you will have in a hand rich set of terms of interest. The next step is to expand those terms of interest using keyword research tool. So now we are having a list of keywords which I can use, right? So now I have keyword research tools. There are several tools which are available in the market, which I can use to discover different kinds of keywords. Over here right now I have a list of keywords which I found during the by the team members, right? So now I can perform keyword research tool. So this is all from my side. We have studied two topics, the theory behind keyword research, and next is called traditional approaches, that is domain expertise and site content analysis. So in our next video we are going to learn that what are the different types of keyword research tool. Again this we will perform in the practical duration, but theoretical portion we are going to complete in our next video. Thank you all.